Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to be continuing our ranking of the Doctor Who seasons and series from classic Doctor Who and modern Doctor Who from worst to best. And we are on number 24 right now, and that is going to be season 9, which is John Pertwee's first appearance on this list. Season 9, I actually like a lot of what I've seen. The two stories one story I've seen part of, one story I haven't seen at all. One of the reasons why it's not any higher is because I've started to watch The Time Monster and I never finished it. I watched either the first episode or the first two episodes, and it really put me off. This could have been because I was watching a lot of classic Doctor Who at the time and just needed a break, or it could just be the fact that The Time Monster's not very good. Oh my goodness, it's not. So the fact that it was a Pertwee story that I couldn't finish because I was so uninterested in it really drags it down. I've never seen The Mutants, but I also hear The Mutants isn't very good. Now, the three stories I've seen I like. It has Day of the Daleks in it. I love Day of the Daleks. It's one of my favorite Dalek stories, especially the special edition. This is more than any other Doctor Who story. This one benefits the most from its effects upgrade. It really turns it from a story that, having watched the original version first, the original version was a great story idea with a decent execution. Just because, it's classic Who effects at the time. But there's a lot of stories in Doctor Who where I think the idea and the story is good, but the execution is not the best. Even Power of Kroll is like that. But this one, like I said, the execution was okay, but it wasn't great. But the special edition makes it phenomenal. It is fantastic. It's easily my favorite story of the season from what I've seen of the season, and is definitely the standout. What a way to open the season. What a way to bring the Daleks back. What a way to bring the Daleks back for the first time in color on the television show. I absolutely love the story. Curse of Peladon I like. It is a bit of a slow story. It is, I don't want to say it's a slog to get through, but it is slower paced. I think you could have done it as a 4 or 5 parter. I do like it. I think David Troughton is great in it. I do like that him and Jo have a little bit of a connection in it. I like the sword fight when he's down in the pit. It's a little weird when the Doctor's kind of toodaloo, 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 fruit of the looms, or whatever he's saying, to hypnotize the creature. That's a little weird. But I do like the story. It's just not as engaging as the other two stories this season I've seen. And the other one, of course, being the Sea Devils. I love the Sea Devils. It is great. This is one of my favorite Delgado stories. He's great in it. It gives us that nice little glimpse of the fact they used to be friends, because the classic series doesn't touch on that as much as the modern show does. But there is that brief moment in there when the Doctor's talking to Jo about the Master, and it mentions them being friends once long ago. So I love that. And just the fact that when the Doctor goes to visit him, I enjoyed the exchange there. Plus, I think this is the one where we have the great sword fight between them. I love that. But yeah, this is the one that has that really cool sword fight between them too. I love that sword fight. When they're fighting, and the Doctor just eats a bite of the sandwich and tosses his sword back to him. Such a good story. The Sea Devils are a great villain. I enjoyed them in this story. I like their outfits. I like their little flash weapons. They're pretty cool. I like Silurians a little better just because I love the ending of Silurians a lot. But if I judge the stories by the whole story, I do think Sea Devils is a slightly better story overall. It never feels jam-packed. I mean, you have the Silurians and you have the Master, but it doesn't feel overloaded. And then the guy who plays basically the prison warden, I like him in it. I understand his motivations, and the actor playing him does a good job. The Sea Devils is so good. It gives us one of the iconic shots of the Doctor using the sonic screwdriver to set off the mines to startle the Sea Devils. I really, really like the Sea Devils. So the only reason this one isn't higher, I think, is just probably because I haven't seen it all, and the fact that Time Monster is a story that I couldn't finish. It's, again, the list was really hard to do. This one was really hard to place. But for right now, this is where it sits. I'm kind of hoping it's the next Pertwee set. I'm kind of hoping it's the set we get after season 2, which, as I'm recording this in early October, we've probably already got the announcement for the set after series 2. And I'm hoping it's season 9. I'm really hoping it's season 9, because I do want to see the mutants, and I do want to finish the Time Monster so I can really have an opinion on this season. So yeah, season 9, this is where it holds for now. My least favorite of the Pertwee seasons for now. As much as I love Day of the Doctor Special Edition and the Sea Devils, and I enjoy Curse of Peladon. What do you think of season 9, and how would you rank them? Comment down below and let me know. Other things to do, click the like button and the subscribe button. That helps me out, and I certainly appreciate it. I always enjoy growing the channel. And in the description, plenty of other things to do. There's a link to my Patreon if you want to check that out. There's my P.O. box if there's anything you'd like to send me to look at and review. Also a link to my Amazon wish list if you would like to check that out. I also want to thank Stephen Crane, a top tier patron. I appreciate his support as I do the support of all of my patrons. And most importantly, thank you for watching. Another video popped up. I got interrupted by myself on the computer.